Good evening. Happy Moon Day to everyone. Go ahead and, of course, do the obligatory, give everyone a chance to get on. And I'm going to share this out. Mercury just went retrograde, so that's always real fun with technology. And I had to shut down Chrome and quickly restart it to get on here today. So, like I said, just give me a moment to share this out. And has anyone had any, hi Bridget, anyone had any Mercury retrograde nonsense already? Because I feel like it's starting in the technological realm at least. For me, it is in my Mercury's retrograde in my natal chart. So I experience it a little bit different than most. Usually it's pretty okay for me. I will, get the occasional technical snafus. Um, Kira, hello. Jumping right in with the shares. Thank you. And Bridget says, Dear God, retrograde came for my life. Hot damn. That's what I'm feeling. So, just a little astrological chit chat here. Mercury is in retrograde. I believe it's in Pisces, and it's going to go back to Aquarius, about 28 degrees Aquarius, and then it's going to shift back through. So, wherever Pisces and Aquarius is in your chart, that's kind of where you're going to feel it. For me, it's my Pisces in my second to Aquarius in my first. I'm Aquarius rising. So it's really front and center for me. So this is going to be a few really interesting weeks, I think. So again, I'm just sharing this out. As you are sharing, please hashtag share. I'm going to try to keep track as best as I can. And at the end of the show, we're going to go ahead and do some live readings. Now, Kiara's already shared. Thank you. And Callie says, yep, past 2 days, my phone's been doing a new glitch. That's always fun, right? And hello. So yes, let me now it's not letting me share to a page. So that's fun. So every time I try to share, it does something different. Now it's only letting me share to groups where I want to share to my page. So let's see. Nope, I can't do it when I'm there. So how is everybody doing today? I know, like I said, it is Monday. Monday is ruled by the moon. So we have a lot of that intuitive drive anyway. Mercury just went retrograde in Pisces. So that's going to, have a lot of effect on us. And Pisces season is coming right up. So there's going to be a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of that Pisces energy, that kind of dreamy, cloudy, foggy energy. Anyway, so this should be a real fun ride. So as I'm sharing this out, please go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell me where you're from, your pronouns, and I would like to know a little bit about where you are in your tarot journey. Are you just popping in to learn some things about tarot? Are you a reader? Are you a student? Are you looking to gain more information? And what deck are you using? That's what I'd like to. There we go. That's what I'd like to know. What decks are you using right about now? My favorite right now is I've been using the White Sage Tarot. Heather, hi. White Sage Tarot And I actually got an oracle deck that is pretty cool. It's a Halloween oracle. So I'm having fun with that. All right, we're at 8:06. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to Divination Station, brought to you by True Paranormal, the podcast. I'm Liz Whitaker, your host for this broadcast. Today, we'll be discussing Justice. So it's card 11 or 8, depending on which deck you have, but we will be talking about Justice. When you join the live broadcast, please take a moment to drop your name, where you're joining from, and your pronouns. And if you are watching the replay, please comment #replay. That way I can pop in, see who's watching us on the replay. I can reply to your comments, and we know that people are interested in it. Also, when you do share, please comment #shared, and we'll be sure to get you a card pulled at the end of the broadcast. Don't forget to wow or react this video. If you tag your friends, not only will you be helping us improve our organic reach on this page, but you'll also be helping others find me that might be interested in hearing what I have to say. I hope you enjoy this show, and I do look forward to getting to know all of you better. There's some people here that I know, and some brand new faces, names, whatever, some brand new names. So hello and welcome. And Kiara says, just popping in, opening to learn. Perfect. Watching from Jacksonville. Bridget says, started with the Rider-Waite-Smith, moved on to the Anima Monday, and just picked up the Goddess Tarot. Jenna, Christina, hello. And Bridget says, Justice has been coming up in her personal readings. And Carrie, hello. So the Justice card. So we have been on our tarot journey. We've come through last week with the Wheel of Fortune. So Wheel of Fortune, tables turn, right? Everything is always changing. So today, and Gina, hi. It was actually really sunshiny here in Buffalo today. It was really nice to see it, really nice to see the sun, blue skies, everything. So as we have gone through our journey already, we're about halfway through. Justice pops up. Justice, quick keywords, truth and honor, represents the sign of Libra. So it does have that air quality. And Justice holds a sword upright, meaning straightforward, truth, honor, justice. And of course, the swords represent the suit of air. So there's some correlation there. And Libra is all about balance. Libra is the scales, and we have the scales there. So just on a very cursory level, it's pretty clear what the card's about. Justice. But what does that mean? Justice can be actual justice. If there's legal proceedings, sometimes it's just as straightforward as that. It just is. And intuitively, you'll know. And Ashley says, just getting interested in tarot. An intuitive Leo girl. I am Aries, double Aries, so I feel ya. I feel all the fire signs. Kira says, yes, I'm a Libra. Perfect. So if you can chime in with any Libra-esque comments, definitely feel free to do so. So with Libra and Justice comes that idea of balance, balancing the scales. But what Justice also is, so I think social justice. It's showing up for justice in general. I really like, there's a book, Modern Tarot. I really like what Michelle T has to say about it. And I've also seen it in really coming around right now with the political climate. And again, I'm not going to really dive too deep into that aspect of it. But there is that certain amount of we need justice. Tasha, hello. So justice, what is true, what is right, what is just. And it's not, justice, when you see in our statutes here in the United States, justice is blind. Justice is not blind. Justice is looking straight ahead, looking into your eyes, determining what the truth is. And after that wheel of fortune, sometimes, our fortunes do turn. And justice is what is happening, is what is karmically meant to happen. And there's a sense of some alchemy in there. We have the squares, which are alchemical symbols, the colors, the color red. Libra is a very loving sign, a very romantic sign, and that in passion. So justice is passionate. When the justice card comes up for you in a reading, it's asking you to look at where you are in life and what you can be doing for yourself and for others. Again, if anybody has any comments, feel free to pop them in. I know, Bridget, you said justice has been popping up a lot. And it came up in a reading yesterday for a client. And it really did speak to me in a way that it is justice not only for ourselves, but for others. How can we show up and ensure that everybody has that sense of justice? And I almost dumped my water, so that's super fun. All right, Ashley, I did not. So if you do share, go ahead and comment #shared, and it should pop up, and just kind of give me a little bit of a reminder that you did. So Ashley, thank you. If you are joining in, please introduce yourself, say where you're calling from, where you're watching from, and share and comment #shared, and we'll get a card for you. So yeah, justice is righteousness. It is showing up. It's finding out what your need is, what your need for justice is, and how you can be fair and honest and straightforward. There was something I was looking for in particular, and of course I'm not going to be able to find it. It asks us to be truthful with ourselves as well. We are looking at the actions that we have made and the actions that others have done to us. It is very easy to feel that things aren't fair. So if justice comes up, it really is asking you to look at, is this just? Is this fair? It's one of the cardinal virtues. So it's a thing that, we can say very easily, I value truth, I value honor. But what does that mean to you? How does it show up? And Bridget says she has a hard time with it because it seems so straightforward. Yes, it does. But there's a lot going on underneath. So, again, we do have that idea of truth for self, truth for others, and how can we make sure that we are showing up for that? It can also be balance. Are we balancing our life in a way that's in alignment? Are we balancing our life that is in a way that we can sustain? Are we balancing a sustainable life? And it's self-acceptance. It's accepting the facts as they are. We might not agree with it. Just because it's not fair to us doesn't mean it's not fair. The idea of karma as well can show up in justice. Justice can sometimes require direct action. It's not always passive. We need to understand and do what is right in a situation. So, and the idea that's kind of coming into my head right now is kind of moral high ground. So if we know what's right and we don't do what's right, that's kind of on us. So it's really asking us to do some deep values work. All right, Tasha, can I get a reading, please? So go ahead and if you do want a card after the little mini lesson here, go ahead and hashtag share it. I'm just going to do a quick search up here to see if I lost any comments here. Jessica, hello. And Susan. Tracy, hi. Bridget said, so that just happened an hour ago. Divine timing, right? So if you do want a card, go ahead and hashtag share it, and we'll get that out to you. So we have Justice, and I'll go ahead and kind of show the other cards that we do, that we usually show. So in the Tarot de Marseille, of course, it's number 8 because it is switched. Ashley said she shared. Thank you. Sometimes the hashtag share doesn't pop up. You just got to kind of gently remind me. All right. So Justice here. We have the idea. We have the sword straight up. We have the scales. We have the looking straight ahead. And we have those two pillars. So this is a pretty straightforward representation of justice. And of course, in this card, we do have the colors, which is something that we do have to pay attention to when we read Marseille. So the red is passion, the green is grounding, the blue is peace. And Justice also has the crown on in this card as well. And here we have the Thoth deck. So again, card 8. This one is almost, I almost find this Justice to be a little bit daunting. The scales of Justice are taking up most of the card, where in most of the card, it's just a little, Justice is holding the scales. In this figure, Justice is part of the scales. The figure is part of the scales, and the sword is actually pointing down, which is different because most of the cards will show Justice with the sword pointing up. And this one is called Adjustment. So how does that resonate with the Justice card? How is Adjustment equivalent to adjustment? If something is out of balance or something is feeling unjust, we want to adjust it. We want to swing that balance back to that equilibrium state. As far as coloring here, we have a lot of blue and green, where in the Rider-Waite-Smith, there was a lot of red. There we go. So it definitely has a different feel. The Thoth Justice card, like, it almost feels very overpowering and overwhelming to me. Very looming. The figure is looming. And then we have like they look like balloons or balls, kind of just surrounding that as well. So that's kind of interesting, and I'm really kind of feeling pulled to that. So I might have to do some, more spiritual, more karmic. Well, you got me, Milagros. So I definitely feel the bit more spiritual in this adjustment. Like, she's actually looking down. The figure's looking down and does have an idea of a mask or blindfold on. And there's also that Tarot of the Cat People. So again, we have Justice as number 8. Sword standing straight, sword being held straight up. And we have the scales balanced. Yeah, the Thoth makes it feel more active, less abstract. It does feel like there's a lot of kind of like back and forth, like as above, so below, which makes sense in this card. And that's one of the main tenets of Thelema and OTO and all of those Crowleyan, um, Crowleyan kind of thought schools. I don't know. So yeah, I'm liking that card. And then we have the Mystic Mondays deck. Very similar colors to the Thoth deck, but we only see the hands holding the scales. And Justice. So this one, really balance. This one really just kind of says balance. Make sure your life is balanced. How can you balance that? And how are you being called to ensure that balance in life? So speaking of social justice and being called to evaluate your ideas about being a just and living in a just society, I had to bring out the New World Tarot. This Justice card to me is just so powerful, and it really calls in that idea of justice for all. So here, we have, the Statue of Liberty, raising a fist in solidarity. We have different colors, different class, different presentations of physical self. The whole deck has differently abled, different colors, different, all sorts of sexual orientations. So I really wanted to show this card in that light. It's not, necessarily just balance. It is, how can we show up for others, right? And let me take a look here. So, we have all of the signs, and so stop killing us. Justice for trans folks, justice for people of color, justice for different religions, different creeds, different colors, different everything. How can you show up for them today? Okay, got a little serious there. So we're going to switch it up a little bit. This one is the Lioness Oracle Tarot. This one's a little prettier. This one feels so good. We have that rainbow, we have the roses. Libra loves love. Libra loves roses. Loves to really fill in that romantic slot in love. And then we have the Libra sign. So this Justice card, totally different feeling. Right? The pink flamingo. There's a pink flamingo in there. It's so good. So these cards definitely have such a different feeling. And you're going to read them differently. They evoke, it's a very evocative card, and both of those cards evoke very different emotions. And the Star Child Tarot. This one's, very ethereal. Everything is very, very light colors, very airy. And here we have the idea of the figure holding the sword down again. And then we have the scales in the corner. And this is almost a giving, like an actively giving justice, actually assigning that justice out. And again, that's a totally different feel. So justice is kind of one of those cards that, while it's very straightforward in its meaning, harmony. Yeah. Once you kind of get beneath the surface, so many different artists have so many different interpretations of what justice is. It can be, simply, getting that balance, striking that balance, or it can be, how are you showing up in the world? So when it comes up, pay attention to where it comes up in the reading. Pay attention to what's around it, what's going on in your life. This card, you really got to tap into that intuition and see where you're at, see what's around you, and what's before it, what's after it, what's above it, what's below it. Okay. Well, that about takes us to our halfway point. So I do want to go ahead and do our quick sponsor break. Divination Station is sponsored by True Paranormal, the podcast. Leo Rizzuti takes you on a journey into the supernatural, with the mysterious, the strange, and things that simply cannot be explained. Join in by following True Paranormal, the podcast, on Facebook, where you'll be treated to spooky stories, tips for doing your own investigations, and interviews with paranormal investigators. Every week, once you catch up with Leo on True Paranormal, the podcast. So I just want to say just a little bit about myself too. Sometimes I feel like I don't really introduce myself or talk about myself enough. My name is Liz Whitaker. I am from Buffalo, New York. I do have a business called Divination Station. I do private readings, I do events, I do parties, I do all sorts of stuff. Classes. I do private appointments. I'm actually in my office right now, and this is probably where I'll be doing my broadcast for at least the next few months. I do offer tarot teaching and education for those that do hope to learn to read tarot for themselves. Be sure to check out my page, Divination Station, to hear more about me and to hear more about upcoming events in Buffalo, New York. If you are in Buffalo, I will be reading at Rising Goddess at 225 Highland Parkway on Wednesday. I'll be there from 4 to 7. So again, if you're in Buffalo, New York, you can come see me most Wednesdays. That's where I'm at. And I thank you. All right, so I am going to go ahead and let's see it. Outward giving. I'm going to catch up on comments here. Outward giving in the Star Child deck. Yes. Yes. Like giving, handing that justice out, but it doesn't feel like a harsh justice. And Valley says, very nice cards. Thank you. The aspect of the other voices being heard is standing out. Yeah. All right. So if you are on the feed here and you have shared, please drop a comment, #shared. So far, I have Kiara, Jenna, Ashley, Tracy, and Valley. If I am missing your name, please let me know and I will get you on the list. Just doing a quick, Tasha, doing a quick catch up here. Okay. So I do want to say a little bit about Modern Tarot, Connecting with Your Higher Self Through the Wisdom of the Cards. It's a really good book. It is one of the newer tarot books. It's really good. It has a really kind of fresh view on each of the cards. And there is, at the end of it, there's a little spell, an exercise, an invocation, something to really get you to connect with that card a little bit more. So if you are working with the tarot and you want to kind of deep dive a card, this is a really good book for that. Okay, we got Milagros and Candy. Okay, again, sometimes. Okay. Facebook Live froze. I'm telling you. Mercury retrograde. It's going to be a doozy. All right, so first I am going to give people a little bit more chance to jump on and share. I'm going to go ahead and pull the 3-card forecast for the week. And I don't have written down what the cards were last week because I don't have my paperwork here today. So that's fun. So we're going to skip that part and I'm just going to pull for this week. I know my personal weekly forecast today was kind of rocking. I got Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the Sun. So I will take that 100%. So for the collective, we will get, I'll give them a little bit more of a shuffle here. Okay. Two of Cups. So Two of Cups is that partnership card. It's a really sweet card, just, past Valentine's Day. This is one of the sweeter cards of the deck. It really does indicate romantic partnership, romantic relationship, really coming together of the minds and hearts. The Fool, leap of faith. What's going on in your life that you're putting off? It's a great time to start it, even though it's Mercury retrograde. Maybe think about it and then jump into it. But sometimes life happens and we can't put it off, right? Sometimes we just got to do it. Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands came up 2 weeks ago. So there's a lot of idea of action in the spread for this week. So we got that idea of partnership with the Two of Cups, the Fool, and then Eight of Wands. So kind of almost feels like jumping into a romantic relationship very quickly is what's coming through. So if this is going to resonate with you, pop in next week and let me know if this was you. All right. I'm actually writing this down here. So we got Two of Cups, the Fool, and Eight of Wands. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start the readings. Oh, tarot tip. I'm like, what am I missing? So tarot tip of this week, I want to talk a little bit about the Celtic Cross. So last week we talked about spreads in general. We talked about what they are, how to use them, and what they look like. So the Celtic Cross is the spread that there's 10 cards. You start off, you make a cross. You start off with the first one in the center. I wish I had visuals for this. Actually, I'm looking for one as I'm talking. So you start off with one in the center, and that is yourself. That's who you are. Some people pick a significator, and that would be someone that represents themselves, or the querent, the sitter, the client, anything like that. And then you're going to draw the recent past, the recent future, the close future, and then you're going to go above and below. Here we go. So the card one is going to be where you are. The second card is going to be the recent past, and you're going to see some that invert the, here, you're going to see some that invert that. Oh my gosh, why? Oh my God, there we go. So that's the Celtic Cross. So your subconscious, and then your conscious mind. And then you're going to go to the next row, and you're going to have the, where you're at. Then you're going to go right up the line. It's going to be your you. Then it's going to be your home, your environment, what's going on around you. Then it's going to have your hopes and fears, and then the final outcome. The Celtic Cross is one of the first spreads that most people come to. Good. Got you. Frozen. Awesome. Oh, Mercury. I'm going to keep going. Watch the replay. I love you all. Thank you for sticking back. Thank you for coming back in. I'm not having any issues on my end, so I'm definitely sorry that you are out there in Facebook land. Malay Girl says she did take a leap of faith in her new beginning. Perfect. Yeah, so the Celtic Cross is a spread that a lot of people start with because it's in most of the books. It's a very classic spread. It's very easy to interpret because it tells you what the spots are, and that's great. It really gives a thoughtful reading, and it can be damn spot on. I don't tend to use it as much now. I'll use it for myself. I don't tend to use it for clients. I like to do a more intuitive spread, but sometimes just doing the Celtic Cross is a great place to start, especially if someone's really scattered in their energy and they're not really sure what they're looking for in a reading. And my audio keeps going out. Like I said, definitely just try to bear with me. I will repost this. You can catch the replay, or I'll actually post the video on my YouTube as well. I do have a YouTube channel. There's not a ton on it. There are my lives here. So if you do want to watch my lives in order, you can go to Divination Station on YouTube. So you can catch them all there. Okay, Kiara. Okay, just came back and came on. Awesome. Kiara, I do have your card for you. 7 of Wands. So 7 of Wands is that idea of really feeling like you're on the defense right now, really feeling like there's a lot going on and you are making decisions and other people are really questioning that. Other people are pushing you to do something different and really maybe pushing you to do something different, and you're really trying to hold your ground with that. So again, this is Kiara, 7 of Wands. So hold your ground. I know it's tiring. I know it gets difficult, but hold your ground. All right, Jenna, I know Jenna was having some issues. Jenna, if you are still on, pop in and give a wave. You are up next. Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands she's also known as the Witch Queen. She's very fiery. She has a very bright, bubbly, like maybe not bubbly. Bubbly's not the right word. She is a very bold presence, a very bold personality. She takes up space when she is in the room. Perfect. So she has her black cat. She has her familiar there. She is there. She's like, here I am. Here's what I do. You're going to love it. And people do, because she has that confidence. She has that boldness to her. Yes. Woot indeed. I love when the Queen of Wands pops up. All right, Ashley, you are next. Again, if you are here, just kind of pop in and let me know you're still here with these technical difficulties. Does it have, actually, Queen of Wands has a lot of Aries vibes, has a lot of that fiery vibe. Scorpios tend to have that like kind of like underworldy transformation vibes. But Mars is the secondary ruler of Scorpio. So Scorpio does have an amount of that fire. It's just got to get through all the water. So that's a really, yeah, that's interesting. I'm going to have to look into that. And Kara said, since I've been watching, I've been hearing stay grounded. That's, yeah, if you're defending, if you are really having that, you know, idea of something coming at you, you really want to stay grounded and stay in touch with where you are. All right, Ashley is here. Perfect. All right, and Ashley, for you, we have 9 of Pentacles. So 9 of Pentacles, she is in her garden. Pentacles are grounding. It's the earth energy. She is content in her surroundings, and she is grounded in her surroundings. Be careful not to isolate, is kind of what I'm getting through for you with this card. Be careful not to isolate yourself in your surroundings, because that's where you're comfortable. So I'm kind of getting a little bit of push yourself a little bit outside your comfort zone, and you're going to get some pretty great results from that. And, you know, definitely give me feedback if that resonates. Okay, Tracy. Tracy is next. All right. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is nurturing. Queen of Pentacles is making sure everybody has what they need. It's an earth element. There's a lot of really pragmatic things going on here, making sure everybody has what they need, making sure everybody has what they want, and really looking out for other people, but also herself. So make sure, of course, you know, that you are looking out for yourself. And I do love, you know, how she was holding that pentacle too. She is really looking at that in a very loving way and really nurturing what that means. So that's for Tracy. Got a lot of really good kind of feminine queen energy taking up some space here. All right, next we have Valley. Temperance. So Temperance also is balance in a totally different way than Libra. Justice. Temperance is a balance between self and spirit. Temperance is, it's kind of one of those things that once you realize you have it, it's gone. You can't force temperance. Like, you know, with the scales, you can balance scales. You can't force temperance. There's a little bit of the idea of the spirit realm. There's alchemy. It's a card of water, emotional energy, and it represents Sagittarius, which is a fire sign. So it kind of represents the coming together of emotions and energy. So again, Valley, that is your card, Temperance. So really look at what's going on right now. Are you acting, you know, in an extreme way, one way or the other? So Temperance really asks us to not react in that extreme way, to kind of take that middle road. All right, and we have Tasha next. Tasha, Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is that really kind of feel-good card of the Pentacles. It's that new opportunity. Spirit's presenting you that new opportunity to evaluate your resources, figure out what you have, what you need, and how you can express gratitude for that. That's really coming through with this card for you, as expressing gratitude for what the universe has provided you and is continuing to provide to you. Lydia, hello. So again, Tasha, this is for you. Really look at that opportunity that's coming in for you, and show gratitude for what you already have. All right, Milagros. Six of Swords. So Six of Swords is that idea of moving away, traveling away from a situation that has been difficult, moving away from a situation that has caused emotional stress, is what's coming through. It wasn't an easy decision to make, and it's not an easy path. And it's not going to be easy on the other side. But the decision has been made to leave. The decision has been made to travel. And again, that is for Milagros. If you are on, go ahead and pop in and let me know what's resonating for you. I know we have been having some technical issues. All right, we do have Candy. And if you do want a card, comment hashtag shared and make sure you are sharing. Perfect. So Valley says, thank you. I've been pushing myself to learn tarot. Awesome. So yeah, really, kind of getting that balance and really getting in touch with your spiritual self. And Milagro says she did it already. And so, right. Yeah. So that journey, it takes a while. It doesn't resolve right away, especially, depending on how long it has taken you. Candy, yep, you're next. And moving from one state to another is not easy. So it's going to be a little bit before things are, things fully feel like home. I know I'm moving basically, 10 minutes away, and I know that move isn't going to be easy. Candy. Judgment. So Judgment coming up on the Justice broadcast. Judgment is justice's like older sibling, like bigger sibling. It's like the bigger energy. Judgment is the next level up from Justice. So Justice, we have what is fair and right, personally, for the world, your world. Judgment is that big energy. What is right for all? What is right for all involved? We have, many figures here kind of coming up here, heeding that call to reckoning given by the angel in Revelations is actually what that represents. So we hear the call. Do we heed the call? Do we follow that? So really kind of take a look at where you're at. And if things get stressful about where you're at, just remember that you're exactly where you're meant to be. And you're exactly where, it's like the culmination of all of your decisions have put you where you are at. And that is Judgment. And again, that is for Candy. All right, and let me just see. All right, and Milagro says, yes, pushing yourself to stay grounded. Yes. All right, and I know Bridget was on, so I'm going to go ahead and, Bridget, I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you. Five of Wands. So Five of Wands. Thank you. So this is for Bridget. Five of Wands. Who's disagreeing? Who's fighting? Who's trying to get all the words out at the same time? Definitely some food for thought. Caitlin, hi. All right, Caitlin, I'll get you next. And thanks for popping on. So, yeah, so Bridget, who's trying to talk over everybody? Yeah, right? So, sorry. So yeah, 5 of Wands is that idea of everybody kind of trying to get everything out at once. Trying to put up that tent in the backyard and everybody's trying to get, their poles in at the same time. All right, Caitlin, Ace of Pentacles. Second, this is actually the third time I've pulled this card today. So I know it's the beginning of Mercury retrograde. I know there's going to be a lot of strong energy. Venus is still in Aries. We got a lot of stuff going on. But really what the universe is saying is that it's going to be a very kind of fortuitous time. It's going to be a very fruitful time for a lot of people. So really, like I said, do a check-in with your resources. And really, Caitlin, for you, for this card, I see the universe kind of really pushing something towards you and you grabbing onto it and running with it. I know, I believe in a previous live, you were talking about possible employment opportunities, a new job coming in. I mean, really, Ace of Pentacles is a really good indication that something is going to level up in that realm for you and fairly soon. All right, Chris is popping in. Hello. So again, Caitlin, let me know if that resonates for you. And it's a very Ace of Pentacles kind of day. All right, I think I got everybody that did share. If you did share the broadcast out on your page, if you sent it out in a messenger group, or if you tagged someone and I did not read a card for you, please let me know now, and I will go ahead and get that for you. Again, all you have to do to get that is to share out the broadcast. If you are watching this on replay, please hashtag replay. And I will go ahead and get your comments. Make sure on 3 of Cups Divine Arts, you click the bell and get notified when anybody goes live. And also, did you know that there's a 3 of Cups Divine Arts group? The group is a really great place to not only catch the lives, but really have a discussion and really kind of deep dive some of the topics that are talked about in the lives. Really gives the hosts a chance to, kind of get a little bit more in depth with any specific topic, specific question. I will go ahead and post a link to the group. You do have to just request to join, and we'll get you right in there. So that is 3 of Cups Divine Arts, and that is 3 of Cups Divine Arts group. And of course, there's always like the funny witchy memes and all of that as well. So you'll definitely get your fill of those, but also great extended education opportunities, card pulls, anything like that. Okay. All right, Chris. All right. And if you do hashtag shared, it will actually pop up right away. All right, Lori Dannison said, would like more information on the Celtic Cross spread. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up these last 2 lives, and I'll go ahead and get back to you on that. And I would say if you are in the group, just go ahead and start a post asking about that, and I'll pop in and I'll get a little bit more detailed information and post some pictures and post some resources for you. So this is for Chris. Second time 9 of Pentacles pops up. So this is for Chris. So 9 of Pentacles is all about, Pentacles are earth energy. 9 is a fulfillment. So all of your kind of wishes and dreams in the material realm are there. It's a very lush card. See, lips do not, may I have a reading, please? So with the readings in this broadcast, all you have to do is share the broadcast out, hashtag shared, and we'll get you a card. So again, Chris, Nine of Pentacles, where things feel comfortable. Things feel like everything is in place. So it's that fulfillment. Yeah. And for you, I kind of feel like you feel like it's been a long time coming. You feel like you've been working towards this for a while, and it's kind of finally coming together for you. You know, maybe you moved a bit ago and you kind of got all the furniture arranged, like in that way that you want. It's kind of that feel. All right. And Lori. Two of Swords. So Two of Swords is all about being caught in a decision. It's an impasse. It's being in between your emotions and your logic. She is so Justice, we talked about earlier, Justice does not have the blindfold. Two of Swords has the blindfold. Two of Swords is actually not acknowledging or not looking at the truth. Two of Swords is trying to trying to think through it without thinking about the actual facts at hand. So really kind of take a deep dive in that. And what do you feel like you're in the middle of, and what are you not quite addressing with that? All right, hashtag shared. Yes, I can. So this is for Janelle. So this will be the last card, the last draw. Like I said, Lori, what I would suggest for you is to go ahead and join the group and pose that question, and I will be in there and give a lengthier explanation. And you can also get feedback from all of the other hosts, all of the other readers, and the rest of the members too. All right, so Janelle, this is for you. The Chariot. Again, a card about balance, but in a bit of a different way. The Chariot represents the zodiac sign of Cancer, and the Chariot is moving forward in a balanced way, moving forward in a balanced and protected way. Whereas the Chariot you feel is going to rush in, that's not exactly how the Chariot works. The Chariot looks at the light and the dark, the good and the bad, really kind of does a deep dive into emotion and into intuition. There we go. So Janelle, that's you. So go ahead and let me know how that resonates. All right, Misty, I have about 1 more minute. If you have shared the broadcast, please hashtag share. That's how I know to draw a card for you. And again, thank you for joining Three of Cups Divine Arts. My name is Liz Whitaker of Divination Station Tarot. You can follow my page. I also have a group you can pop into as well. So if you go and like my page, you can see, kind of get where I'm coming from with tarot. Three of Cups Divine Arts. Join the group, join the Facebook group there. And yeah. All right, Misty, if you have shared, please comment, hashtag shared, and I'll get you your card. Otherwise, we are at 9 o'clock. So I'm at my 1 hour mark. Perfect. Love to hear it. And you can also give me feedback on my page too. Cool. And if I did miss you for some reason here and you did share and I didn't get to you, just pop on over and give me a message on my personal page and I'll get to you. All right. So I do have to pop off, and join me here next week, Monday at 9 p.m. Three of Cups Divine Arts. And next week, we will be talking about the Hanged Man. Have a great night. And don't let Mercury retrograde get you down.